Yo, what's up? It's your boy Tarek, and I'm back today with another review for you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, please be sure to hit the subscribe button with the notification bell on. So every time I upload a video, you guys are notified. I want to start this video off by saying, if you hear me doing or coughing a lot, it's because I was drinking some water. It went down the wrong hole, and now I can't stop the coughing. So if you hear me, 1 minute. Sorry, like I'm going to continuously cough because now it's made me cough in it. Like I hate when that happens. I hate when I'm drinking something or even eating and it goes down the wrong hole because then it affects me now. So yeah, I'm apologizing for that in advance. Yeah, this episode I'm dragging David across the floor like he's getting dragged. That man really, like I'm telling you, my blood was boiling because the thing is, I know it's just a TV show. And I know I shouldn't be so invested, but I'm invested because it's like, you actually went on the show to waste people's time. Like, what are we actually talking about? Every minute, my sister, my friends, my sister, my friends. Shut up! Anyway, let me save the energy because literally, I don't know how long this review will be. I don't know how long it will be. Like, I don't have that many notes, but the notes are in depth, if that makes sense. Like, on, like, one particular note, like, I've got a lot. So, probably more than half an hour. Especially with how much energy I'm coming with in this thing. Because, like I said, David is getting dragged. But anyway, I don't want to leave you... I don't want to talk for too long in the intro. So, without further ado, let's get into the review. So, the episode starts off with Lauren and David having their one-on-one conversation. David was saying how we were so confident in the marriage before they both came back home. They came back home and David's friends were like to him, basically, why are you engaged with a girl that had a boyfriend before going on to the show? So, okay, if I went on an experience like this, bearing in mind you have no contact with the outside world, you don't have your phone, no social media, nothing. You can't text anybody, not niche, right? And I land back in the UK, and my friends are telling me, Tarek, like, why are you seeing this guy? Like, why are you getting engaged with this guy when someone... It will make me think. I beg your pardon. It will make me think and question things. Because at the end of the day, I'm human. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, but I'm hearing these things. So yes, I'm going to want to find out the truth. On that end, cool. I hear where David is coming from. On that end. But I'm not, don't see, listen, let me land because I'm not, this man, don't think I'm giving this man grace, you know. I'm just see, I can see this is going to be a problem and it's going to irritate me because, it's going to be a problem. Anyway, don't think I'm giving this man grace because I'm just looking at it from like a human perspective. If my friends, people who I trust, who I love, are telling me things, I'm going to have my guard up. It's normal. That's a normal human reaction. So in that perspective, I hear it. Okay, cool. Just hold there. David's friends know the guy very well, as they were in the same frat with him at college. So I don't know what frat is. Like, I watch so much American TV up to now. I still don't. I'm guessing like a club, like a social event or something. Frat. I don't know. Any Americans that watch my channel, please let me know what frat is because I'll be watching so much American TV up to now, up to this day. I still don't know what a frat is. Lauren didn't fully close off the situation with the guy, hence him still texting her. So I guess in that situation, Lauren should have made it clear. But I guess she didn't have time to because she had to come onto the show. Now, I don't want to jump. You see, the thing is, I don't want to jump ahead in my notes. So this is why I'm being very careful with what I'm saying. But if it's on my mind, I'm just going to say it. If I hook up with somebody, they already know what it is. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if I hook up with someone, they already know what it is. I don't need to be explaining or I don't need to... cut anything off, or we both, what's understood doesn't need to be spoken about, basically. So for the guy to still have, but you do get people like that you would hook up with them, but they will want to come back or they will think something. Oh, it's very complicated. And this is why I say sometimes hookups, depending on what it could be, and if communication isn't clear, there could be a lot of miscommunication. So I think like when you're hooking up with someone, it's best to actually let it be known, okay, this is only what it's going to be like. This is just what it is. It's not going to be anything more or anything less. We are just going to have fun. We're just going to do this. Hooking up, like, these are conversations that need to be had, because I promise you, some people don't get they don't get the memo, they don't get the message. So yeah, that's something that you need to actually have a conversation about. David says he knows his friends wouldn't lie to him, and he doesn't think Lauren would lie to him, but thinks she isn't telling him everything. So you think the girl wouldn't lie to you, but you think she's still holding things back. What is there for her to hold back? She told you that she wasn't in a relationship with him. It was literally a hookup. And weren't you the same person to say that you don't care if she was with anyone before the experience, but now it's bothering you so much? Oh, it's because your friends said it. Because your friends told you, oh, she was doing this, so it must be true. You do realize sometimes friends can try to sabotage your own thing. This is why I don't talk. Listen, I'm very heavy on not telling people my business, you know. I tell people things on a need-to-know basis. I'm so sorry. Me personally, I don't tell no one my business. And that's not to say me not trusting my friends. I just want to protect myself from everybody. I believe in, if I keep things to myself, then I cannot blame anyone else for if things go left or if things go wrong. It's either on me or the other individual. If I start going and tell this person, that person, this person, that person, that's too many people that can put negative energy onto your thing. And I feel like with this situation, that's exactly what happened. My sister, my friends, my sister, my friends, this, that, friend, sister, friend. Like, I was hearing sister and friends too much this episode, and it was really driving me crazy. It was actually pissing me off. I'll be very, very honest with you. She hooked up with him a week before going on to the show. David has said he doesn't care who she has hooked up with before, then basically, before, but now he's basically backtracking. David's saying how it's not fair for Lauren to put it all on him, but you're the one that's not ready. So make it make sense. Like, you're actually the one that's not ready. Lauren is ready. She's fully committed. She's fully into this. You're the one that's not ready. So, like, can we make it make sense? You're the one that's going back to your sister, running back to your sister. Like, who is your sister? Up to now, I still want to know who your sister is. I still want to know who she is, because the way you talk about your sister is like she's president. I'm sorry. And that's no disrespect to your sister, but, like, you are actually a 32-year-old man. Come and look at yourself. Lauren has been trying hard to talk to David's friends and family, but he's hesitant to bring her in. Now, that's true. Lauren has actually been the one to say, let me speak to your sister, let me speak to your friends, let me actually let them know what the situation is. And David is just not doing it. He's not hearing it whatsoever. David's friends and family are not changing their minds on meeting Lauren. I don't think, you know what, to be honest, I don't know, it's weird. And later on, I will mention something, because I don't think it's the friends and the sister that's hesitant to meet Lauren. I think it's David that's putting all of that off. And Molly, which we're going to get into later on in the episode, my ratings for Molly, my ratings were always high for her. Like, I never had any, but she's up. Her stock levels are high, because that girl really had Lauren's back in today's episode, and I love that for her. Lauren even wrote a letter to David's sister, basically explaining the situation, basically to say a bit about herself as well. And David didn't even give her the letter. So it's not, at this point now, I don't even think it's to do with the sister. I don't even think it's to do with the friends. I think it's David himself. David is the problem. David is the issue. David is the one with problems. David is the one that needs to go counseling. David is the one that needs to see therapists. David is the one that's a man-child. The list goes on. Because I could actually keep going. Because the man... I need to remember that it's not me that's dealing with this man. But come and look at the men that were dealing with in Big 2025. 32. 32. Know your age, know your place. 32. These are the men that we are dealing with in this big 2020. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. 32, you know. A man behaving like that. If I knew of the behavior and then you come and tell me you're 32, I'd actually say, no, you're not. I would tell you, no, nah, you must be like 22 or something. There's no way you're 32. I'm behaving like that. No way. The rest of the couples end up going snow sliding, which looked really fun. The boys are talking about David's situation and also their situations as well. Lauren joins everyone. Then Ben makes a comment saying, you didn't come with David. That wasn't funny at all. And just for that comment, Ben, off. Time out. Your scene is done. Because there was actually no need for that comment. You tried to be funny, but the joke did not bang. Even, who was it that said it? Was it Taylor? Yeah, Taylor was even like, that's, like, what the hell? Like, there was actually no need for that comment. Like, I know some of these guys like to make comments and think that they're funny. No, it's like, it wasn't the time nor the place. The rest of the crew joins them, meaning Molly and Brittany. I think you actually say her name Brittany, you know, not Brittany, but Brittany. So now Molly is outside talking to Lauren, and she's just thanking Lauren for making her feel so comfortable about the situation regarding her and David when they were back in the pods. Lauren basically made her feel so comfortable and was very, like, comforting to Molly. And Molly said apparently there was a girl when they went to the place. You know what? I can't remember the name of the place, but they went to the place where basically David was, where Molly was, and they saw each other, but they didn't interact with one another. But apparently there was a girl who was all over David. And I'm surprised that Lauren didn't address this, but I guess she doesn't really need to because they're done. So it's not going to really make no anyhow. There was a girl that was all over David when they went to that place. But Molly didn't want to text Lauren because she didn't want to look like the bitter girl. And that would have... David being David would have been that girl... Would have been that guy to be like, she's probably just jealous. This is how she's moving. She's just upset that I didn't pick her. He's that type of guy to say some bullshit like that. I see it. I fully see it. Like, he's actually that guy to say some bullshit like that. Men like that are very scary. I'm so sorry, because they will manipulate you, emotionally manipulate you into thinking that you're crazy when it's actually you're correct. And they know that they're wrong, but they try to divert the situation from them. Narcissistic behavior. Molly was saying how David should have had Lauren's back being her fiance, and that's facts. Sorry, you're my priority. I hear what my family's saying and my friends are saying, but I'm not marrying them. Last time I checked, I put a ring on your finger, so I shouldn't be caring what I shouldn't... Like, obviously, yes, I'm going to take on what they're saying, but I'm not going to take it on to the extent where it's now affecting our marriage. This is what... Anyway. And Molly said that she's always going to have Lauren's back, and... Molly, I love you. Yeah. The way Molly handled David today, she gets props from me, boy. Yeah, Molly gets my props. I'm so sorry. Sarah, Virginia, Monica, and Taylor have a conversation. Then Brittany and Devon have their conversation outside. Brittany said to Devon when she shared her secret about how, you know, she's had like an interaction with women before, how she thought Devon was immature of how he had acted, and she was hoping for a little bit more support. I can agree with that. In this day and age, let's be real, like, you're going to have gay people, you're going to have lesbians, you're going to have bisexual, you're going to have trans people. Like, you have all types of different people. We're all human at the end of the day. We're all going to end up 6 feet under. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it's like, what makes you different just because you haven't slept with a man or that we don't know of? Remember, a lot of men don't disclose these things. It'll mainly be women that will most likely come out and say, oh, I should have kissed with a girl. Women can kind of more freely talk about it because it's accepted in society more from a man's perspective, because men don't see it as anything wrong with it. But the stupid assholes out there that will say, oh, it's okay for lesbians to do it, but when it's men, it's a problem. Anyway, that's not the conversation we're having, because I could go off. But yeah, in that perspective, it was immature. Devon should have shown a little bit more support regarding that, but it wasn't meant to be. Devin is with Virginia, and Brittany is happy just being friends with Devin. So it's not a problem at all. David turns up. And also Madison turns up. So everyone seems to be turning up now, who was also in the pods. Meg and Mason walk in holding hands. Very, very interesting. Because I remember Meg saying that she was done with Mason, but we got some tea with that. The second that she got her phone back, she started to message Mason. Meg needs to get off the stage. I'm sorry. You're weak in the knees, girl. You're weak in the knees. So you're happy being second best. I had to be the one to say it because I'm not about to sit up here and be like, oh, because we're outside the pods it's different. No. You're happy being second best. Because Madison was his number one, though. From what I can remember. Yeah, Madison was his number one. So you must be happy being second. Okay, I mean, girl, fly your flag if you want to. Like, I ain't gonna say nothing about that. That's all on you. They done their own little reveal. So like, you know how in the pods, they do their own reveal. They done their own little reveal and they got someone to film it, which was actually really cute. I thought that was quite cute, to be honest. I'll be real about that. Madison said in her confessional that she's glad her and Mason didn't end up together because of how he acted. It was an ick to her. I hear what Madison is saying. But is she saying that now because she sees Mason basically buddy with Meg? Or is that how she's genuinely feeling now? We have to ask these questions because if that man had walked in by himself, would you have said the same thing? You have to really deep it and ask yourself that question. Alex turns up. There's tea. There seems to be tea on a lot of people. They get their phones back and Alex saw what Madison had looked like and he basically was like, oh, shit, I really fumbled it. Like, you are actually really pretty. Like, I fumbled it. And Meg had messaged Alex and was all up in his likes and DMs. So, Meg, you want to... Meg, what's going on? You have Mason, you want Alex, like... And bearing in mind, Mason and Alex... That's another thing I'm going to... Listen, I've been said in my review that Alex is one to watch out for. I said it. I said it. I called it anyway. Like I said, I can see these things from a mile away. I called it. I thought, yeah. Sorry, I like when I'm right because it's a thing where it's like I can spot and see these things from a mile away, and now this episode is solidified what I was feeling. So Meg was all up in Alex's likes and DMs, and Alex had basically said F Mason. F Mason. Who did he say that to? Was it Madison he said that to? I think it was Madison he had said that to. When Madison was speaking to Lauren, he had said F Mason. But then when you came in, you were hugging up Mason in the venue. I've been telling you lot that this guy's two-faced. I've been telling you that this guy is two-faced. And the quicker that people understand this, the better. You can't have someone that is saying F you behind your back but hugging you in your face. The man is fake. Alex doesn't stand on business. It's not about standing on business. He's a fake man. He's fake. People like that, very scary. Very, very scary. They're smiling in your face, but behind your back, they're plotting on you. And that's what he was doing in the pods as well. I told you, lot. You knew that Mason would have been the one to get dumped by Madison, but you're all smiling and pretending like you don't know nothing. I don't like behavior like that. It's grimy, it's snaky, it's slimy, and it's slick, and I don't like it. You can't be trusted if that's how you're behaving. So we get to David and Molly having a conversation, and this was where I said my respect for Molly is all the way up. So I just love how Molly was sticking up for Lauren. She actually stuck to her word. I said, yeah, no, sorry, you're not about to pull the wool over my eyes with this one. I'm gonna tell you what it is, and I loved it. She basically asked him, why wouldn't you defend Lauren in the situation? And she's right to ask that question. That's your fiance. Why are you not defending her? Why are you not basically telling your sister, you know what, mind your business? Basically, Why don't you tell your friends, listen, I hear what you lot are saying, but I'm gonna trust her. This is my fiance, I'm going to trust her. I understand you lot have got my best interests at heart, but this is my fiance, I've got to give her a chance at the same time. You didn't do that though. You wanna be riding on your friends, and listening to your sister in the ear all the time. Okay. This guy's 32 but acts like he's 16. David is a walking contradiction because he asked Molly, he said, he basically tried to flip it onto Molly and said, put yourself in my shoes. Like, if you was engaged and found out that you had dated found out that, you know, he had dated someone prior to coming onto the show, would she care? And she said, no, I wouldn't, because this was before the show. Why would I care? This is why I love Molly again. And this is why I feel like Molly and David, I did say it from the beginning, they were better suited. I still stand by that opinion. That opinion on me hasn't changed, by the way. Don't think because this has... I always said from the jump, Molly and David would have been better suited. Molly seems like more chilled out, more relaxed, more kind of... She's more chilled vibes, isn't it? And she wouldn't have cared because this was before the show. I'm not going to care what happened before the show. So long as there's not anything happening while we are talking now, why would I care? That was before. What did I get up to? I keep losing where I was. And David said that, oh, well, he cares. But this is where he's a contradiction because he said to Lauren that he doesn't care who she's been with before the show. That man's a walking contradiction. I think when people lie, they don't remember the lie that they've told. That's why it's always good to be honest. Because if he was honest from the jump and said, I can't lie, if you have dated someone, it will bother me, we actually wouldn't be in a situation. But because you said, nah, it doesn't bother you, but it is bothering you. But you don't remember the fact that you said that because it's bothering you so much. This is what happens when you lie. Molly had asked him, why does he care so much? And the first thing he mentions is his sister. David, get off the fucking stage. Sorry to swear. Get off the stage. I swear. If I was to get £1 for every time this guy had mentioned the words his sister or sister, I probably would have made a quick £100 from the entirety of this series. But actually probably more. Probably around 250 to 300. Because he said sister more times than that. I would have made a quick 300. Could have put that to good use. The amount of times this man, everything is his sister. I'm tired. I'm tired of hearing about this man's sister. I'm tired. Oh, my sister. Shut up about your fucking sister. Excuse my language. Shut the hell up. Shut up. Bro, I'm tired, innit? Like, I'm done. Like, shut up. Every fucking minute is my sister. Is your sister running your life? Is she running your life, or do you not have a mind of your own? No, it's really frustrating because come and look at the caliber of men. This is the guys. What you lot are failing to understand. David is a representation of a lot of men, you know. That's what you lot are failing to realize. He's a representation. Come and look at the men we are dealing with in Big 2025. He's a small portion of the men that we are dealing with in 2025. A man that can't think for himself. A man that seeks validation from his friends and his sister. His sister. Everything is sister. Friends. They run your fucking life. You don't have a mind for yourself? I had to save the energy to let this one out for the... I told you this man will get dragged. Because I'm tired. I'm done. I'm tired. Stop mentioning your damn sister. Who is your sister? Who is she? Who is this sister? I want to meet the sister now. I want to meet... Sister. But shut your mouth, bro. Bro, it's tiring. It's tiring. I'm tired. A man that can't think for himself is a walking ick. Walking ick. He needs his sister's approval, basically. So that's what he was saying. He basically wants his sister's approval. And I hear it. You want your family to approve your partner. I understand it. But in the same time, you gotta say to yourself, you know what? If I'm in love with someone and this is how I truly feel, fuck what everyone else thinks. Even if you are family. Respectfully. Fuck what you lot think. But I love this woman, so I'm doing what I want to do. But you can't think for yourself, homie. You can't think for yourself. You let your sister and your friends do the thinking for you. You might as well any piece of advice, anything you need to do in your life, whether it's a job, whether whatever it is, or sister, do you think I should do this job? Or you don't think it's good for me? Okay, I won't do it anyway then. You said so. Fucking Mel, honestly. Honestly. I can't, excuse my language. I really try not to swear in my videos now. But this man has really actually frustrated me. And then he had the audacity to say, it's not like his sister controls his life. She bloody well does. From the looks of it. She does. Flipping hell. She wasn't okay with him getting engaged through the pods. So she said you could do the experience, but she doesn't want him to get engaged. So why go on the show? Because you know what the outcome of the show is the marriage. So my question to you now is this: why go on the show? You know what? I've given enough energy to this man. I'm not gonna pop a blood vessel over this guy. I'm not. I'm just not. I need to let me get through this segment quickly because as I'm reading this, it's aggravating me. I'll be real. I'll keep it a buck. I'll keep it a buck with you lot. It's frustrating because these are men there's men that are like this, you know, or similar to David. So that's why it's frustrating. Like you get men, the man's 32. I can understand if you're 22, 21. I can hear it. Like you're young, innit? You still have your whole... Bro, you're 32, man. There's no excuse for this type of behavior. I'm so sorry. You literally went on the show to waste people's time. David's saying he loves Lauren. No, you don't. Cause me personally, if I love someone, I'm riding for that person. I'm riding for that person. Everyone can say a bad word about them. I'm gonna be like, no, I'm not hearing what you like. When you love someone, you don't love her. Sorry, you don't. And Molly said she thinks David is making excuses. This one, Molly, eat him up. Eat him up. Yep. Yeah. He was making excuses. So then we get to David and Lauren having a conversation. Now he's admitting to Lauren that he was wrong. That quickly? Nah, I'm not buying it. You may be able to fool people. You might be able to fool Lauren. But she didn't buy into your bullshit. You might be able to try and fool people, but you're not fooling me. All of a sudden, that little comment, in that space of time, I mean, I don't know how long the filming was, but I'm gonna guess it was within the same time frame. That long period of time, that short space of time, you are missing after that conversation with Molly? Nah, I'm not buying it for a minute. He's admitting it was his ego that was in the way of him seeing the potential of the relationship. Cap. He apologizes. And then I'm like, I said here, how can you be sorry that quickly? Yeah, no, how? I'm not buying it. Keep your sorry. I don't want to hear it. David is saying how Lauren didn't text him either. So when Lauren was like, you didn't even text to see how I was doing or call or anything like that, David had the audacity to say, you didn't text me either. I'm not giving any more energy to this man. I cannot. I can't. Come and hear the foolishness, eh? Sorry. Come and hear the foolishness. Yeah. You didn't text me back either, even though I'm the one that broke things off. So why I don't expect you to text me because I'm the one that broke things off, you know? So yeah, but I still expect you to text me. Sorry. I have to laugh, because if I don't laugh, I end up dragging this man even more. But I don't want to give any more energy to him. I said, yeah, I was like, Lauren, don't fall for it. And yeah, she said, yeah, we're past it now. I'm sorry. There's no going back. So yeah, she stood on business, and I'm happy for her for that. She has some dignity left in it for herself to walk away from the situation. So Sarah and Ben meet up with Ben's friend, and they go to like a church service. Sarah is saying at the service that she didn't get the message that she was hoping for. Basically, if it shares her values, but she's probably like, it may never come, or hopefully it might come. Who knows? But you know, she wants to spend the rest of her life with Ben, so obviously this is something that's part of his life, and she wants to try and, you know, get involved in that. Virginia and Devon are with the dance instructor, and they're learning their dance routine for their wedding. Monica and Joey are playing tennis. I know it's not tennis. I don't know what that's called. It's not squash either, because squash is when you're hitting it against the wall. They're playing something. It's similar to tennis. I don't know what it's called. Daniel and Taylor pick up like Christmas stuff, as they're going to be making Christmas ornaments. The pictures were actually crisp, by the way. The pictures came out looking sharp. I'm not gonna lie. Them pictures that are on them cards, I might even have to purchase one of them cards, because it was. No, I'm joking. That'll be hella weird. That'll be hella weird. But the pictures were looking sharp still. The women and the men go to try on their dresses and their suits. I'm sorry, I can't lie. I took down the key one for me. Virginia in her wedding dress. It was giving princess. I'm sorry. All the women, don't get me wrong, were looking beautiful. Virginia stood out. I'm so sorry. She stood out. She stood out. Virginia was the sparkly wedding dress. It was actually giving princess. I low-key wanted to see her in a tiara, because it was actually giving princess for me. Yep. Yeah. Monica and Joey were making pepperoni pizza, but they were throwing the pepperoni. Them two are just very quirky. They both suit. They really do suit. And then we get to the last part of the show, of the episode, sorry. Devon won't have time to do anything during the week of the wedding. Virginia then handed in the prenup. This prenup, I feel like, is gonna cause problems, you know. Remember, I said it first, and that's not me putting bad out there and wishing bad on their wedding or anything like that, or their relationship. But I feel like a lot of people get scared when they see prenup, and I'm about to give my opinion when it comes to that. So Devon asks, why would you need a prenup unless you have doubts about the marriage? Now, I'm gonna tell you my stance, but then I'm gonna look at it from both perspectives. My stance on a prenup is, if someone came and handed me a prenup, I won't be mad. I'm not gonna be mad, because I get it. I understand. You want to protect yourself. You want to protect your business. If you have nothing to your name, don't you dare hand me no prenup, though. Respectfully. If you have nothing to your name, and what I mean by that is, if you don't have a business, if you haven't built anything, if you haven't got like big amounts of money to your name, if you haven't got like important key things to your name, please do not come and ever think you can hand me no prenup. Respectfully. But if you've built up an empire and you've got big, cool, I don't mind signing a prenup, because obviously, God forbid, worst case scenario, things do go south, you protected your businesses. Because I don't want to come and take what you've worked years to build. No, I don't want to do that. Like, that's just mad. I don't want to do that. So yeah, I wouldn't be mad if someone gave me a prenup. If I give someone a prenup and they got mad, then okay, cool. Because a lot of people's thoughts, and I've had this conversation with people in real life as well about prenups. They said, oh, you should never go into a marriage thing. It's not about that. This is the thing. It's not about going into the marriage thinking it's not going to work. It's to protect yourself for worst case scenario. You're not going in there thinking, oh, it's not going to work. Because if you go in there thinking the marriage is not going to work, it's not going to work, you know. Like, your mindset is your reality. Let me show you guys. I've been reading this book, Good Vibes, Good Life. For those of you that know, you know. Yeah? Your mindset, because there's a chapter in that book. Your mindset is actually your reality. So, like, if you're putting negative thoughts and spewing negativity will come into your life. So, if you're going to this saying the marriages will work, the marriage is going to work, this, that, and the third. I love this person. It's going to be the best marriage ever. But obviously the prenup is the business side of things. Cool. Like, I feel like you shouldn't get mad with that. You shouldn't question it. But on Devin's perspective, I understand why he's feeling the way he's feeling, because it's like, if you know till death do us part, why need the prenup? So I do hear it from both ends, but I wouldn't be mad if someone asked me to sign a prenup personally. I wouldn't. That's just my personal opinion. So Devin is saying he's gonna get a lawyer to have a look at it and read it over. So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see in tomorrow's when I watch the episode tomorrow what happens with that. I believe tomorrow is the last episode, and then we have the wedding on the Friday, the 7th of March, and then I believe the reunion is a few days after that. So yeah, this season is coming close to an end. But yeah, guys, I will not me signing off just like that. Excuse me. If you guys have enjoyed this video, be sure to smash the like button. Comment down below what you thought about today's episode. And your boy is trying to hit 10,000 subscribers, so I would really appreciate it if you guys, not me having brain fog, if you guys would join the family and subscribe. Okay? It has been your boy Tarek, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Take care.